Sylvia, are you here? Because now it's your turn.
Okay, I will not switch on the video, so I hope it's easier for my connection. What I think could be an interesting model of references is the model of scatter or structure that decentralize their offer, and this is something that has happened in Italy, I think, in a way out of necessity, but also out of the specific setting in the rural regions that have called for a new approach, how hospitality can work, but also how to valorize cultural resources and make them available to a wider community or to tourism. So what we have is this model of alberghi diffusi, which means scattered hospitality, which has become an international recognized model. I'm not an expert on it, but I always knew it existed. So through this project, I decided to take a bit of a deeper look into it. There are books, there are also kind of guidelines. How can you start something like this? And there is also something that is quite new, the idea that this kind of structures are quite resilient also in front of something like COVID, because actually their kind of way of doing things, decentralizing, can still work even in front of the COVID pandemic. What you can find, for example, is this website where you find the Italian cases. These kind of things are also about people. So you see on the website they have the profiles of the people that are activating this project, and there are also guidelines how to do it. There is a publication, which is this thing here, which is a small book, and there is also a bigger book about how to do it. Another example of this kind of scattered structures that in the end become also a cultural tourist offer is an association that was founded in Italy to fight against the mafia. So it's called Addio Pizzo, and they connected people who were able and who wanted to say, no, we are not paying anything to the mafia. We are out of this system that in southern Italy is very usual, that if you have a kind of activity, you are giving a little bit of money to the mafia. These are all kind of people and enterprises that are officially saying, I'm not part of this system. This takes, of course, a lot of courage. But the interesting part is that this kind of association also develops into ethical tourist association. So it's about moral values, ethical values, but it's also about wanting to being active in the region, and in the end also becoming a culture and hospitality issue. So you have the Addio Pizzo Travel, where you offer where they put together offers for people interested in going to Sicily and visiting Sicily, but also in a certain way, and giving value to certain kind of enterprises that are mafia. The other aspect of this kind of scattered structuring and thinking in terms of scattered structure, not centralized, is the idea of participatory mapping, which is a tool which can be used to make this kind of offers and distributed values and potential to make them to see them and to put them on a map. And there is an association called Common Ground, which is started in UK, which developed this kind of tools. And there is a very interesting project which is about parishes. So I can send you the link, but they basically managed to develop singular maps of each small village, where each village, also sometimes with artists, was able to show what are the valuable things that they have. And it can be about handcraft, but it can also be, for example, this is a map about tree. If you go to this website, Common Ground architektskolen.org.uk, you find a variety of options how this link between cultural heritage, local situations, and also participatory approach and maps. So they have this kind of, also there are different projects, but they have also this mapping projects. They were the kind of first, or they are very recognized in their kind of approach. And I think that could be also something we can learn for something from for the Peja region. Then I take here this issue of this eco museum. So maybe somebody of you knows the cheese taleggio. It's a very special cheese, very good, by the way. And this taleggio is produced in this valley, in the Val Taleggio. And this is an example of mapping, so participatory mapping. You see the map on the side, but also that then got into a museum, an eco-museum that is scattered in the valley, and in additional, of course, also hospitality. And I think what is interesting, it's unfortunately, it's in Italian, but maybe somebody can have an idea anyway. On the side, you see the which kind of things they have been mapping. For example, they have the red dot is about historical value of cultural or cultural historical value, architectural or religious. Then you have another symbol for festivities and kind of festivals and events in the community. Then you have another symbol for functional value. So that's in this place something, there is a specific function like a school or something like this. Then you have special values for landscape, or there is a special path, or there is a stop of the eco museum. So then there are the perceived boundaries of the valley. So there are lots of things that you can decide have a value in this map, and you can place them. And in doing so, you can also create an overview of what is there, which is a way of also of making what is there valuable.
Thank you, Sylvia. I think those examples were those which Judith was mentioning. So I think they are important, and I hope we can get a little bit into detail in the workshop.